Yeah. What's up, people? What's up? Man, it's real spill. Y'all know the deal. What's going on, man? Y'all pop out, pop in, man. We about to spin the block on some shit right quick. We're gonna talk about a few things, man. Yo, we're gonna talk about a few things, man. Just give me a second. Let me get it to the flow. Let me get it to the flow. Mm. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to bring something up right quick. So I want to bring an example of what I'm talking about. Cause there's some real shit. I think everybody need to know how to accept things for what they are. Then you won't be disappointed when it turn out to be not exactly what it present itself to be. Feel me? And it ain't even, for the most part, sometimes niggas just change their mind because you don't never really. I understand niggas say what you mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? Stand on what you said. I understand that, but some situations, some cases, niggas do have the right to be convinced that their point of view isn't the correct point of view. Sometimes two people could be explaining some shit and they be having a different outlook on one situation and both of them right. It's just they can't come to terms with each other and say, okay, yeah, you're right about that, but look at it this way. It's just different perspectives, and then just as life goes on, you turn around and see, you live long enough, you will see that, hey, I know I wasn't trying to hear that shit that nigga was talking about, but that nigga was right. So yeah, you gotta give a nigga due due process. Time for him to process the information and live to have the experience so he could see that, you know, the other side of what he was saying. It ain't never what you do, it's always how you do it. The where it becomes wrong at is when one individual is allowing others to persuade their perception of the person that's making the point. That's where it get disingenuous. Today, Corey Holcomb had last night, Corey Holcomb had an issue or had a situation with the Antoine dude. And I know everybody that saw it by now, so I ain't got to replay it. I could just, speak about my perspective of it. Corey Holcomb asked Antoine a simple question. He said, "You talk about how destructive black people are to America. Give me some examples of how destructive white people are." Anton Daniels decided that he wanted to tell Corey Holcomb he dick sucking black people. He said it a few times. Corey Holcomb took offense as he should, because you should never offer a man your meat to another man or anybody meat to another man's mouth. So that was disrespect. Corey checked him about it. He said it again while Wanda, well, I forget the lady name, but while she was in the middle between Corey and Anton, he said it again. Corey said, let's switch seats. She switched seats with him. He proceeded to check him and say it again. Say it again. No, I ain't with that gay shit, nigga. Say it again. So the man with the Anton went to say, nigga, I'm from Detroit. I get it. A lot of people from Detroit. We have a reputation. You know, we got a reputation of, you know, being men, standing up, you know what I'm saying, being able to, you know, see confrontation, see shit head on. But that shit don't matter. Detroit can't be your real nigga validation card. You can't just, Detroit ain't the safe word for when niggas want to get on your ass. You can't just say, I'm from Detroit. But even when he said that, Corey said, say it again. Offer, say that dick sucking shit again. Anton decided he went to proceed to say, I'm gonna respect your platform because we can have a conversation. But if you want to do something, we could do it. Just go on the back. I don't think what from what it looked like, Corey just didn't want to want him doing that dick sucking shit. And if he had said anything about some dick sucking while Corey was in his face, I really believe Corey would have took off on him. This ain't a set a fade up or let's go to the back type of situation. It was like, nigga, don't do that shit or I'm gonna fire your ass up. And Anton didn't say it no more. But he continued as if he was ready and willing to fight. All Corey wanted was that respect. Don't offer no meat to me. Nigga, keep me and that shit out of the same sentence. So once he got that, Corey was done. Some people will say Corey didn't go back to fight. He kind of ducked the fade. I would say that nigga ain't say that dick sucking shit no more. And that's all Corey wanted. He didn't ask for anything else. He said, say that dick sucking shit and I'm gonna go off. And if Anton really felt like Corey he didn't want to respect that nigga, he could have said that shit and just met that shit with, you know, took what came with that shit. If he was on some tough nigga shit, or if he was really ready to throw hands with Corey. He didn't want to throw hands with Corey. That nigga just wanted to have that conversation. In the midst of the conversation, Corey had to stop him and check him about what he said. That dick sucking shit. And it's only one winner. Corey won on that. See, he came out with the W on that situation. Because that nigga said, say that shit one more time. He didn't say it. Niggas be feeling like certain shit is they real nigga validation. Like they since they connected to this, then that's the validation that I'm a real nigga, or that's the validation of why you should be scared of me, or why you should not try me. That shit don't mean nothing. In the grand scheme of shit, you disrespect the man, it don't matter where you from. And they gonna go with his move on you. That's with anybody. No matter whether if you from motherfucking Wyoming or goddamn Syracuse, New York. Where you from don't mean nothing, but that's where you was born at. When he accepted the call to have a conversation with Corey, I think there wasn't any respect. He didn't respect Corey fully anyway. He just felt like Corey was some ignorant nigga that's taking up for niggas and they ignorant shit. And he know that niggas be popping it and they ain't really, some of these niggas be popping it and they ain't really with the action type shit. He mistook Corey for some of the people he came across, during his little campaign, what he been doing. He didn't accept the fact that every nigga not gonna respond the same way to his bullshit. He didn't accept that. You gotta accept that. You gotta understand what disrespect is. If you don't have no understanding for what respect is, then you're not gonna have a handle on shit when you come in contact with people, outside of the shit you believe in, who have different opinions of what you have. You have to accept people for who they are. He didn't want to do that. He don't do that. He try to, push his agenda or his way of life and way of thinking on everybody he come across. I don't know what confrontation he expected. I don't know what he expected out of that confrontation with Corey. But to some, they'll say it's great for content because it's action. It ain't boring. It's some niggas getting into it. That's what people you know want to see. They want that's the entertainment. Um, is niggas talking crazy to each other. Niggas down there getting into fights. That's the entertainment. You gotta, and that's the fast road to 1 million views. You get into it with a nigga, um, the right nigga confrontation, and now it's up. It's uploaded. It's in the air. It's up for debate. Everybody talking about it, and it turned out to be like some nonsense, cause and a complete waste of time. Cause I mean, who really care? The conversation was the most important part of that live. The conversation they was having was the most important part of their life, and that confrontation that they had kind of overshadowed the conversation. You got a nigga on one side of the coin, had a bit of a struggle coming up, you know, had to get it out the mud, grind from the dirt, and make some out of it. Corey Hope, and you got another nigga that probably went through some of the similar same circumstances, but made it through and just forgot about the circumstances and the struggle niggas go through and the conditions we in that, you know, have us in a position where we have to do what we have to do. If there were, I really believe if there were other options for niggas in the hood to involve themselves in to make money, they would do it. These motherfuckers be talking about get a job, go to school, make something of yourself. Like that shit just the easiest shit in the world. Nothing easy about that shit. What up, fam? What you got going? You passing through or you sticking around? But them bombs about to get dropped today. I don't know if you heard or not. Stories of man's definitely about to goddamn green light some shit. Your man's was about to green light some shit today over there in Iran. Um, I didn't know that shit was like ran like that for real. But they pop a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, in the little paper I be reading. Like they heavily armed with the nukes and shit. But and folks had a protest over there and they arrested like 18,000 people. Took them to trial the same day and just started executing the niggas. Yeah. So you know what's going on. All right, well shit, I'm gonna end this and jump over there with you when you going. About 5, 10 minutes. But that shit finna go down. That shit finna go down like no other. And that's another part of acceptance. Shit. You know who up there, you know who in the office, you know what he do, accept it. Accept the fact that it's probably gonna be some repercussions for the shit that he trying to pull. But I think he's smart enough to know that he could do this shit. Oh shit, baby, I don't know. Hold on. Look, man, I don't be tripping. You gotta goddamn give me a time, give me a minute. Keep coming back around. You'll end up with that motherfucker. But yeah, I accepted that nigga for who he is, what kind of nigga he is. So just know we dealing with him long as he around, we gonna be in some shit. He got a selfish agenda though. That nigga definitely all about himself. But he ain't really all about himself though. Like he just trying to make sure America stay on top. And you can't really be mad at him about that. Cause all this shit strategic and all this shit about some financial shit. All this shit strategic. Y'all hit the like button when y'all coming in, motherfucker, man. Shit, comment now. And I think that's where a lot of relationships get strained because niggas don't accept niggas for who they is. Once you start seeing shit that you gotta accept a motherfucker for who they is, then y'all have a way. Then you can make a conscious decision to deal with that shit or not. And if you do decide to deal with it, you have to deal with it accordingly to what they show you. real, man. You gotta accept these motherfuckers for who they is, and just be cool with that, with who they are, and not what you trying to turn them into. Everybody want to be on this motherfucking path and see it my way, and be mad when the motherfucker be like, "Nah, bro, you seeing it the wrong way." Best thing I ever did was learn how to listen. Listen to understand and not listen to respond. But yeah, I'm finna go over here. I'm gonna get ready to go over here and fuck with Ellenwood Studios and Splash, man. I'm finna get a good understanding of what this shit going on over there in Iran. I don't want to do the man content before he go live. So I'm gonna end this one when he go live. When Ellenwood Studios, Ted Turner go live and pop up over there, and we're gonna restream from his page. So I kick it with you in a minute. I get with you, Ted.